My name is John Veloza. I'm with TouchView Interactive. I'm going to show you the Ultra series today. The size we're looking at right here is a 65-inch on the fixed mobile cart. We have sizes 55 to 98-inch. On the side here, you're going to have your side toolbar. Right now, what you see up there is the Android, which is the built-in Android, which comes with all panels automatically built in. On the side toolbar here, you're going to have multiple inputs. You're going to have the built-in PC input. You have multiple HDMI inputs, which you can connect your laptop, Chromebook, and other external devices to. And then you also have the built-in Android side as well. So when you're on the built-in Android side, there's a few capabilities we have directly from this software. We have the built-in S-Write tool. And basically, S-Write is whiteboarding, so it allows you to do some basic whiteboarding tool for boardroom, conference rooms, classrooms, and really anything that you're going to be taking notes for. When I come down to the bottom toolbar, you're going to have basically a thin pen and a thick pen. That basically relates to the thin side of the pen and the thick side of the pen. And you also have the ability to use finger touch. So if I'm at the board doing finger touch, and say if you're in a class, and you're doing a problem, you can then continue to do whatever you want to do at the board directly with the pen tool. In order to erase, if I use the back of my fist, I can do some simple erasing. You also have the ability to undo and redo anything that you write up at the board at once. You can have 2 students at the board or 2 people in a conference room at the board depending on your meeting type. So you can do multi-touch. You can have 2 people writing at once. So there's some pretty neat things you can do with that. You also have the ability to do multiple pages. So if we're on page 1, now we're on page 2, page 3. You can go back and forth between any of those pages over there at the bottom of the screen. And then you can always add a page, delete a page, and go from there. Another thing that you're going to be able to do with the interactive software is it allows you to use the Surface as an infinity screen, so you can write as much as you want up at the board at once. So if we're taking notes for a meeting, and we decide that we need more room and we want to shrink this and bring it up to the top of the page, if I select the button at the bottom there, then select it, and decide to shrink it, move it up top, I can then continue to work on this side of the screen and really work on whatever you guys are working on within that meeting. Another tool that we like with the board is a lot of it's used in K through 12 schools, but it's basically being able to have 2 people at the board doing problems at the same time, so 2 students, etc. So if I press the middle button here, it has split screen, and you can do 2 screen or 3 screen. And basically what that allows me to do is if you have 2 students at the board at once, so Caitlin, if you come up right now real quick. Basically this is nice because it allows both students to work at the board at once and being able to annotate and erase things at the same time. So if you're just doing simple math, if she's working on that side, I'm working on this side, we can both do whatever we want on both sides of the board. If I go to erase at once on this side, it doesn't affect anything that she's doing on her side. So that's called split screen mode, and that is a nice feature that's built into S-Write on the Android. Also a neat feature that's built into the S-Write software is we have some basic background colors you can select. There is the ability to go ahead and select different backgrounds that you want to write on top of. And at the bottom here, you can really import any graph, any template, any background that you really want, you can import that directly. A lot of the S-Write stuff I'm showing you right now, this is just a basic overview. We're going to show you more in the S-Write tutorials on the YouTube channel. Another neat feature built into the S-Write software is basically the ability to save both on the Android to a USB drive or also being able to save to the cloud. So if you had a presentation you did, so for instance, the 5 pages that we used right here. If I wanted to import that information and save that, if I go down to the bottom left, that's going to basically allow you to upload to a network disk. So when you go ahead and save this, It's going to then allow me to upload it to OneDrive or Google Drive directly from there. If I press the side toolbar here and press the house, that's going to get me back to my main screen on the Android. Also built into the Android, so you're going to have some basic apps that are already built in. iMirror and eShare are both tools that allow for wireless sharing up to the panel, which we'll also cover in some of our other YouTube channel videos. If I press the side toolbar and I want to get my on-screen remote, I'm then able to press the input button, and now I can get to another input. So right now I'm going to go from the Android side over to the built-in PC side. So as you notice, this swapped me over to a Windows 10 device. That Windows 10 PC is built into the panel itself. We have specs available on touchview.com. Within the PC side, it's built into the panel itself. So on the side of the panel here, basically you're going to have a slide-in module Windows 10 PC, which has multiple USB ports on it. That allows you to use wireless keyboard and mouse, webcams that you can plug into the panels, and really any device, USB or HDMI, that you want to connect to the panel, you're able to do it from the side here. You also have a LAN port on that device, which allows you to connect it directly to your LAN, and it also runs on the wireless as well. So when I'm on the PC side of the panel, there's really anything that you can do at your PC, you're able to do up at the board. My finger is essentially the mouse at the screen, so anything you can do with your mouse at your computer, you can now do up at the panel. So when I grab something, normal mouse click is normal mouse click, double click is double click, and to do a right click, I hold down and let go, and that's going to give me my right click tab. From there, I'm able to do whatever I'm normally going to be showcasing on a PC. So if you're showing presentations, if you're going to Google, if you're going online, whatever you're doing at the PC, you're basically able to do right from here. So if I were to open up Google Chrome, really anything I can do at the PC with my mouse, I can now do at the PC with my finger. One of the other tools that's built in is the Android overlay annotation. So on your side here where you have your arrows, down at the bottom where your pen tool is, that's going to basically bring up an on-screen toolbar, which allows me to do some annotations and notes directly over whatever you're showing at the board. So if I select the mouse, I select the color pen that I want to use. I'm then able to do the same thing that I was just showing you on the other screen, and we can go ahead and annotate over anything that you're showing at the screen. If I use the back of my fist, same idea goes, where I can erase a certain portion of the screen and continue to write with whatever else I want to write with on this side. So really, you can write over anything that you're showing at the screen. So if you're doing a presentation, if you're on a certain document, if you're in a certain PDF, you can annotate on top of anything, and you can also screenshot that information and send that information back over to the Android side, or to a thumb drive, or to a network disk, the cloud, etc. On the PC side, one of the nice things that you can do is just being able to get around the screen with your hands, just like you're able to do on your smartphone devices, where when I click on something and scroll, I don't need to actually touch the scroll bar in order to do anything. It allows me to automatically scroll and zoom into certain things on the screen just by scrolling my finger up and down. Same thing goes with if you're in a PDF and you want to be able to zoom in, zoom out. You want to be able to go ahead and scroll through different pages, and then zoom into a certain thing and talk about that certain thing. So really the built-in PC allows you to do anything that you're going to be able to do at a Windows 10 PC, installing any applications, going to any cloud software, using any annotation software, and just a little bit of everything that you're going to be doing in a presentation, a classroom, or a boardroom. This is the basic overview of the TouchView Interactive Ultra Series panel. Thank you for watching the video. For any further information, please visit touchview.com.